but I think this is going to shape up to be a very nice looking house. And with the sun rising right over there, I think this is a perfect spot. Alright. Let's head back over this way. Time for more dirt. Oh, right, he's there. Oops. Huh. They do seem to blow up a lot closer, or a lot further. But hey, I guess he did actually help. I needed that dirt. Thank you, Creeper. Alright, back to what I was doing. And there we go. The final pieces of the floor. Alright. Got a little safety wall over here. We'll probably be removing that later, or replacing it with fences if we have any wood left. Go away, sheep. Alright, I guess it's time for another run for coal. Or not coal, wood. Looking at a torch, I think of coal for some reason. Alright. Let's go get those axes I left behind. So I gotta say, guys, I'm really glad we spawned in such a wooded biome. I don't know what it's called, woodlands or forest even, but I believe we have nearly recovered everything we lost in only about 5 minutes. And I don't know if I left this in or not, but that's just a really kind of impressive view. Okay, so, a little bit of a break there, sorry about that. For whatever reason, Fraps decided to jump down to 15 frames per second, which is just terribly slow. Anyways, I was going to say, if you're not terraforming when building your new domain, you're not doing it right. So, now that we have plenty of wood, let's go ahead and get started on building our house. Yes, our house. We will probably have to make another run for wood, but given this biome, as I said, it should not be a problem. Aw, come on, son. Alright, alright. We shall prepare for the morn. Okay, so I got tired of waiting, so I believe we will begin by laying our foundation. I always kind of like to start my houses with a little bit of cobble. Gives it a nice little break from the plain old dirt that ends up being the floor. Although I think, given the wonderful overhang I constructed, I will eventually go ahead and glass the bottom. Make it all nice and pretty. Okay, add some light there. Now, we lay our first level of wood. I don't really bother figuring out where doors or windows are going to be just yet, so I just kind of go with it and figure it out afterwards. think I'm good on shovels. Alright. To the sand pits. I can still get, yeah, I can still get back up. Okay. My bridge. Forgot about that. We're gonna have to check out what's under there someday. Nice big natural overhang. We also need to remember that this side is the way back up, so we don't have to use our bridge again. Ugh, I just heard a skeleton. Yay! Yeah. Hey! Whoa! Whoa, 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 no. I don't think so. Not even a maybe. I didn't even bring any food. Yeah, you burn. You burn. No more spawning in the day for you, skeleton. Alright. Yay, 2 more feathers. And now for glass. Oops. Something else to explore later. Hope you guys are keeping track. I think we'll head back once our shovels are gone. I really do love this track. C418 really outdid himself for this one. Left one. Hope I can get 2 stacks out of this shovel. Or out of this trip. And we'll just go ahead and clean that up. Alright, that should be good. What was this? Oh, a little pig hole. Hello, pig. You're free now. There you go. Sorry about that. Throat's getting dry. Now, how do we find our way back up without using the bridge again? This way. Looks good. There we go. That's right. That works. Okay, let's get some of this stuff smelting. There we go. Let's see. Let's continue with the wood. Put our stockpile of arrows away. Hardly a stockpile, but it's definitely a beginning. There we go. 4 levels. Now to figure out where we want the windows and doors and all that fun stuff. Wish it was daytime though, make it easier to figure out where the good views are. Okay, that's still safe. Good. And the final wall. There we go. Need to move this real quick. Might as well keep our back door. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah. Forgot about this part. There we go. Nice. It's going to be a nice big house. Alright, let's see what dimensions are we working with here. One. Okay, 19. Good. I always like to end on an odd number. Makes centering the windows much more easy.